All right, so Bandai has finally announced the bans. I don't think they made any like big post or anything. I think I saw it on Twitter in Japanese first, but they've gone ahead and released the ban list for OP13, and let's get into it. First, we have banned pairs or banned pair cards. Don't think we've seen this before, but it kind of makes sense. But I think it may have gone too far. So blue purple Luffy will no longer be able to run 8 cost Katakuri or 9 cost Charlotte Linlin. That's pretty big. These two cards made the late game for blue purple pretty much unbearable for your opponent and very survivable for you. However, this may have been a step too far. I think only combo banning the 9 cost Linlin would have been enough. The 8 cost Katakuri, sure, but the 9 cost Linlin was more of the problem, in my opinion. I think most people agreed that this was an issue. However, you can't outright ban this card because it's not really meant to be in decks that aren't Big Mom. The healing ability is a problem for purple decks that can run it. You know, it's not leader locked or anything, but there's not a ton of those where it really matters. It's the Big Mom decks that would have gotten hit very hard. Pudding would have been almost unplayable if you use this in that 8 cost, not 8 cost, purple Katakuri. This would have been huge to have that gutted. I just don't see a reason to ban this card outright, except for combo banning it with Luffy. That was really the only option that I ever saw, and it's good that Bandai did that. The 8 cost Katakuri is interesting. I don't think we needed to see this combo banned as well in blue purple. However, I do agree this is run in 8 cost purple Katakuri and also Charlotte Pudding. And if you kill this, you kill both of those decks almost immediately. So I agree with also not banning that card outright. But combo banning both of these cards with Luffy seems a bit extreme. You kind of gutted the deck with this one, Bandai. But, you know, it's blue-purple Luffy. There's a lot of people playing it. I'm sure there's going to be a lot of people that are going to still try to make it work. I just kind of think this deck is pretty dead now. I'm not sure if it can make a strong comeback. But this may have been overkill. However, we're definitely not going to see this leader as much anymore. The next card that they banned was Blue Nami. We were going to see a lot of blue cards coming out in OP13 that weren't necessarily designed to go in Nami, but she would have definitely benefited very much. And with that, Bandai had the foresight to just go ahead and ban this card, and it's no longer playable. I'm pretty happy about that. I've never liked playing against this leader. I've always felt like I was playing solo. My opponent was playing a completely different game. It didn't feel like the rest of One Piece for me. It's just a very unenjoyable interaction playing against this leader. I know a lot of people are going to say, you know, it's skill issue or something like that, and that's fine. You can say that. I just didn't like the interaction playing against this leader. It was not fun. Didn't feel good. Didn't feel like One Piece. They are putting out an errata for this in a promo card. I don't have it pulled up here. I'll find an image of it and put it on the screen here. But it's going to basically lock your card types in the deck to East Blue only. So it won't completely kill Nami, but she's basically as good as dead. There's not going to be much you can do with only East Blue with how this leader wants to play. Now, I'm sure you can. There is the Rush Usopp that, you know, trashes a bunch. There's the Zeph, I think, as well. She won't be completely dead, but there's going to be so many better options to play other than this, even with the other blue cards that have come out, and being locked to only East Blue. This card's pretty much good as gone. Even though errata is not going to be very good. So I'm pretty happy about that. I know there's a lot of you out there that won't like that. I'm okay with that. I'll take that deal. And Bandai has unbanned a couple cards. We'll start with Sakazuki, right? OP05, he was a menace. His card draw, give me the -1 costs, etc. He was banned pretty early. Now, they've decided that the current environment for Sakazuki, it's okay to bring him back. I agree. He doesn't seem like he's going to be that strong anymore, especially against, the other leaders that are going to take over the meta and be the ones you're going to want to beat at events. I don't think he's completely dead. I think him coming back, he'll see a small resurgence. The hand cycle, trash one, draw one, once per turn. You could cycle a lot easier than other decks with that. It's kind of like Emu, but off-brand now. Especially with Emu coming out, it doesn't seem like it's that bad of an ability. The when attacking is not that great, but you will have cards that will synergize well with. But with everything else going on in the upcoming meta for 13 in the East and what's coming out for 12 in the West, I don't think we're going to really have to worry about this leader. But, he could be run a little bit at like your locals and stuff. Again, I just wouldn't write him off. I wouldn't say you're not going to see him. He'll probably come back, just not nearly as strong. And we also have OP02 Kabaji unbanned. This is kind of just goes with the Nami ban. He's not really strong in other decks. Like, he's not going to do this for many other cards. I mean, maybe Buggy, but I don't think many people are really running Kabaji in Buggy unless I'm mistaken. And Buggy's not that big of an issue anyway at events either right now. So I think it'll be fine. I don't really see an issue with unbanning this. He's also going to go out of rotation soon once that starts because he's block 1. So again, you're not going to have to worry about this card for too long if for some reason he's super powerful. That was pretty much it. Kind of small ban list. Not what a lot of people were expecting. We got the combo ban with Blue Purple Luffy instead. We got a Nami ban, which the community seemed to see coming in the last week or two. With all the blue support coming out, this was a very hot topic. But I think most people wanted to see, 9-Mom banned outright, and I'm glad Bandai didn't do that. I think that would have gutted too many decks that play her. I know we didn't see Gum Gum Giant banned, which I really would have liked to see. It's kind of the same concept, I have to admit, where it would have damaged too many other Straw Hat decks that aren't super powerful, but can use Gum Gum Giant, like, Robin. I do think Gum Gum Giant's a little overpowered. However, we are seeing some events coming out, like the one for Emu, that kind of do the same thing. So I would wager we're going to see more events like that, like Gum Gum Giant, coming out for other colors in the next couple sets as well. I know Hody was a target for a lot of people, but again, there's other cards that are out or coming out that are going to do the same thing as Hody. So I don't think that's a mechanic Bandai really sees as a problem, especially when they're adding in so much power that you kind of need that to just balance it out a little bit. Overall, I'm pretty happy with this. We see a combo ban, so a big nerf to Blue Purple Luffy. Kind of needed. He's been really strong for a long time and kind of unchecked. The Blue Nami ban, really happy about this. Again, a lot of people aren't going to agree, but I'm really happy. Sakazuki coming back is kind of, other people have predicted that in the past, month, that Sakazuki would come back. That's fair. Great insight, but I don't see this being much of an impact. And same thing with Kabaji. The unbans are kind of, lackluster in my opinion, but I could be proven wrong and Sakazuki could be a menace again. Same thing with the Radanami, although I doubt that one's going to really work out for anybody. I am excited to kind of see and test what's going to happen with Blue Purple Luffy. I think we'll be exposed to a lot of other interesting builds now. It's going to be great seeing this leader not in the top anymore, but we do have other problems coming in with 12 and 13, so we'll see how it goes. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you enjoyed this video. Let me know what you thought of the bans. Are you happy, disappointed, not even phased? Thanks for watching. I hope all of your games in the upcoming set for your region go well and you win them. I will see you in the next video.